Good morning, students. Hope you all are well. So, in this biodiversity and conservation chapter, up to this national park sanctuary means and the biosphere reserve means up to protected areas. This portion we have already studied. Now we'll see what is sacred groups and sacred lakes. So, sacred groups means and the sacred lakes. These are some special forest track or some special lakes which are present in some places which means are known for their worship. Okay, so these are protected means this particular forest or some lakes, these are protected by the local communities. Okay, by some social traditions and taboos that incorporate some spiritual and also the ecological values. Okay, so as it is related to the worship purpose and tradition and some spiritual values, so means no such disturbances in that particular habitat, in that forest track or in some lakes it can be occur. So in these groups, not a single branch is allowed to be cut from the trees. That means this portion or this part of the forest or the lake, it is strictly protected from any kind of disturbances from the our means modern day. Okay, so these are the most undisturbed forest without any human impact. So some examples like the sacred groups are found in Khasi and Jayanti hills in Meghalaya, Aravalli hills of Rajasthan, Western Ghats region of Karnataka and Maharashtra. So all these examples you can read. Bastar areas of Madhya Pradesh, Sarguja, Chanda and Bastar areas of Madhya Pradesh. So these are the sacred groups and sacred water bodies. That is the Khechiperi Lake, that is in Sikkim near Peling. So that has been declared sacred by the people to save its aquatic life. Okay, so these are sacred groups. Now within the sacred groups we have to learn that Ramsar site or some wetland site. You know that wetlands are also very important part of our ecosystem. So Ramsar site means wetland. Okay, so what are wetlands? Wetlands are the areas where there is water body is present or a water table is at or near the surface of the land, or where the land is covered with water. Okay, so these are the lands means transitional between the terrestrial and aquatic system. Means some part is under the water but some part is okay. So they include some swamps, marshes, lakes, wet grassland, peatland, estuaries, deltas, etc. So marine areas, mangroves, coral reefs. It can be man-made site also. Okay, some rice paddies. These are also all the part of wetlands. Okay, or wetland site. Now Ramsar conservation on wetlands and Ramsar site. So convention on wetland was signed by our government in Ramsar, that is in Iran on 2nd February 1971 and it came into force in 1975. Okay, so it is an intergovernmental treaty among 168 countries, 168 contracting parties with 2186 wetland sites identified and included in the Ramsar list, means the Ramsar site list of wetland of international importance and are called, and they are known as the Ramsar sites. And 2nd Feb is celebrated as World Wetland Day. Now what are the Ramsar sites in India? Wetlands cover about 3% of Indian landmass, and the largest wetlands of India include the Vembanath Lake, or which is known as the Vembanath Coil, Chilka Lake and Loktak Lake. Okay, and these wetlands are home to many species, also some aquatic species and also of some terrestrial species of animals and birds and also some insect. Okay, and Jammu and Kashmir has the highest number of Ramsar site in India, total 4 Ramsar site due to its glacial topography. So here are some names of some Ramsar sites are there, 2 or 3 names, just for the example you have to learn. So up to this Ramsar site, all the in situ conservation means the conservation in its natural habitat, this is completed. Now we'll see what is the ex situ conservation. Okay, so these are the conservation in which all the threatened species or very endangered species, that means the which species are very less in number, so these are reared and they are preserved outside their natural habitat. Okay, outside their natural habitat. So these habitat may be homes, botanical gardens, zoological park, aquarium, seed gene bank, field gene bank, or through cryopreservation. Okay, to just maintain or to increase the number of the individual of that particular species, so that it cannot be go extinct. So some examples of this ex situ conservation, first is sacred plants. So some endangered species of plants have been given the status of sacred plants, like these are grown in our home, in our villages also, and also in some religious places, like the basil, like tulsi, and like night flowering jasmine, people, etc. Next, home garden. So a number of useful but endangered plant can be grown in our garden also, like curry leaf, aloe vera, thyme, means ajwan. Next is off-site collection. So botanical gardens, zoological park, and arboreata, these are the most common places for the conservation of biodiversity. Means these are some man-made places, like it is not natural habitat, but it is quite related to the natural habitat, but it is man-made. So currently there are over 1500 botanical gardens and arboreata involved with about 80,000 live species. So the first is the botanical garden. Okay, so all modern botanical gardens are equipped with seed gene bank, okay, tissue culture labs and techniques for storing and growing the germplasm, and in plant breeding centers the whole range of all varieties, means some very rare and some very endangered, means critically endangered species of all varieties of cultivated plants also, and also their wild relatives. Okay, means a wild variety which was previously abundant in some places, so that are maintained in that particular region, means in botanical garden. So these centers provide source material to plant breeders and genetic engineers for improving different plant varieties, as in gene bank or in this lab all the genes of all the germplasm and the genes of that wild variety of the crops and the plants, these are preserved. Now the zoological park. So there are more than 800 professionally managed zoological park and wildlife safari parks inhabiting more than 300 species of birds, mammals, reptiles, and amphibians. Wildlife safari park means like Nandankanan, which was situated in Puri. So that is a wildlife safari park. Okay. So some zoological park also have resources for captive breeding, which help to restore the critically endangered species. Okay. That means it can increase the number of the critically endangered species. So by captive breeding, some animals which have become extinct in the wild, they have been maintained in the zoological parks. Okay, so for rearing and breeding endangered aquatic animals, large aquaria can be established. Next is gene bank. So gene bank are the organization that they can store all the genetic complements of some living forms, like seeds, pollen, ovules. They also help in tissue culture. Okay, and they also store the sperm and ovum. So it also included gene libraries where they can store specific genes in the form of recombinant DNA. Okay, and now is the tissue culture. So it is a technique to develop the cells, tissue and organs in vitro, means within the laboratory. Okay, like on official medium under controlled aseptic condition, means under all controlled condition it can be formed. So this is highly efficient method for the multiplication of rare and the critically endangered species of plants and also the animals. Okay, so this technique is helpful for conserving the whole range of germplasm of all type of plants in a smaller area, which after some time they can give rise to a number of plants quickly. And the last one of this ex situ conservation, that is cryopreservation. Okay, so it is in vitro conservation of tissues, means it is also in laboratory. All the ex situ conservation will occur in man-made conditions. Okay, so it is a conservation of tissue, organ, embryo, seed, etc. The temperature will be minus 196 degrees Celsius. So this temperature is also suitable to store the living matters indefinitely in compact low maintenance refrigeration units. Okay, so the preserved material can be means we can use by special techniques when it is required. So this is all about the cryopreservation.